Hey, so a couple days ago, I was going to make an announcement video for this cool project that Autumn finished, but then YouTube ended up deleting it for seemingly no reason, and now we're having to make this video instead in order to try to appeal to get it restored. And so we figured it would be good to explain exactly what happened, describe what it was supposed to be, so that hopefully someone can see this, realize that there were no rules being broken, and then restore it.
Yeah,
So, if you want to go ahead and explain it, since it's
sure.
your work, that is fine by me.
Yeah, so basically, it's a channel called Better Bikdip Playlists. It organizes all of Josh's videos and several videos that he's in on other channels such as mine, Letters, Joel's, and basically tries to organize them better because with how many videos there are, over 3,000 at this point across all the channels, there's a lot of stuff that's not properly categorized, stuff that's never been in a playlist. I've spoken to several people who didn't know that certain streams happened, for example, even though the VODs are on YouTube,
Yeah.
just because it got buried under hundreds of videos.
Basically, it's fixing a problem that I caused because I have playlists on my channel, but some of them are incomplete. I don't have all the streams in playlists because most of them are one-offs. So it just kind of it makes everything a little bit easier to find,
Yeah.
especially since some of them are also on like a backup channel that I think most people aren't even really
Right.
aware of.
Yeah. So the idea was that every single video that you're in would be it would be in at least one playlist, usually two, because there's also playlists for the years, and that basically doesn't give you any information. So I usually like to try to categorize them in at least one other way. I had a playlist for non-gameplay videos. I had one for fan content. I had one for Let's Watches, which you already have, but this one was more complete. Stuff like that. There's a playlist that has every single sort of one-off Let's Play video, because those usually weren't in any kind of playlist. Same thing for one-off streams, so that you could basically find anything that you were looking for. And yeah, so as Josh mentioned, YouTube took it down.
And this
I'm
took
gonna
like
go in
months of work to put this together, right?
sort of. I started it last year, and I did maybe I would say 40% of the work at most, and then I did most of the rest of it within the past couple of weeks. But it was a lot of hours. But this is tedious, long work, and I basically had to go through every single video on your channel one by one and put them into playlists, and then correct it because YouTube playlist doesn't always work properly. Stuff doesn't get added when it should,
Yeah,
so I would
sometimes
have to
they'll go
go
in the
through and
wrong
clean it up.
order and stuff.
Not to mention the complications with stuff on backup channels, other types of re-uploads. So basically, this was a lot of work, and I finished it. It was done. I did the last actual playlisting on Friday, and then on Saturday, I did some organizational stuff that sort of organized the playlist into sections so that people could actually find them, and they were in an order that made sense.
Yeah, it was really
And
nice looking. It's unfortunate we don't have any pictures of it because they were
it was around
basically
for about a day.
yeah. We had about there was like there's a section for like LP series number 1 through 50. Like all of them were actually numbered in order of release. I think there was like 100 and something LPs, and then there was a section for the different streams. There was miscellaneous ones for like
Yeah,
there was the year ones.
yeah. There was
It
the
all
year
it
ones.
all
There
looked
was one
really
for
nice.
like
Like it was a great resource.
there was one for series and also one for just miscellaneous categories that weren't really a series. So, like for example, Wizard Kid and the Random Zelda Classic Quests. Those aren't Let's Plays, but they are series. So they were in like a section for that. But yeah, so all of that is gone. I think that it would come back if the channel were restored, but that's the actual problem, is trying to get it restored. So I did get an email from YouTube about this, in the Gmail account associated with the channel, and it basically said, "Hey, we've taken down your channel because of a TOS violation." And the specific TOS violation, I assume it will be up on screen right now because I have screenshots, is that it violated the
Yeah.
policy for spam, scams, or commercially deceptive content are not allowed on YouTube.
Severe
There was
or repeated violations.
Yeah, severe or repeated violations of this. Assumedly severe, because I mean, it's not like they warned me about anything beforehand. Again, I've been doing this playlisting stuff for a long time. There were months where it was sitting there with many playlists. It only happened after I kind of like finalized everything and put the finishing touches in. I suspect that maybe because I put in the profile picture, because it was like it was a picture of, it's Josh's profile picture on YouTube, but with like sunglasses over it to be like the
Yeah, it's
cooler
supposed to
Daniel
be
meme.
right.
I'm thinking maybe some sort of automated system like got tripped, and it was like, oh, the username and the profile picture are really similar. Probably an impersonator. I don't know if that's what happened. I genuinely have no idea because the reason they gave me does not make sense. And you might be wondering, okay, well, what constitutes spam, scams, or commercially deceptive content? And there is a link they gave me to learn more. There's a pretty detailed list of all the different kinds of ways you can do it, and it does say it's not a complete list, but I didn't do anything close to anything on that list. Also, most of them pertain to like videos you upload and comments you leave. It says nothing about playlists. It just mentions content.
Yeah, the channel
As
was
far as
literally nothing but playlists. There was not a
Nothing but
single
playlists.
video uploaded to it.
Mhm.
Like, it's just there to be a way to
And I can
watch
give
my
you an exhaustive
content.
list of everything that was on it. There was playlists, sections the playlists were organized into. There was a channel description, a profile picture, obviously, and there was featured channels where I had basically a list of all of the relevant channels. That was it, nothing else. And it decided something. I don't think this was a human. I think this was a system, but something or someone decided that this violated rules. And there is an appeal form. I haven't filled it in yet because I wanted to make this video first with Josh to let you all know, and also because I figure if it is the impersonation like issue that where they think that's the case, this video should be proof of the fact that it's not. And
Yeah,
also Josh
hopefully.
approves of this project. So it's literally hurting no one. It's not like someone suggested maybe it was because you were making too many playlists and updating them too many times. But I've been doing that for a long time. It's not like that was something that only happened at the end of the project or anything. There were months in which they could have taken this down and they didn't. So it leads me to think that maybe it's something to do with stuff I did later on. I really don't know.
It's really hard to say. I have really no clue why it got detected in the first place or how it got flagged, and it is weird that it happened after it got finished. But
Yeah.
either way, as far as we're aware, it was not breaking any rules. If it somehow was, it would be great to know what rules it was breaking, but I
Yeah.
can't imagine what it would be. All I can think of is that they don't want people just like, it's not content farming, but like what where you're just kind of like trying to get views off of other people's stuff, but I don't even think
Yeah,
that
it's
applies
like
to this
playlists
situation.
do track views, but that would provide no benefit to me or to the
Right.
channel.
Yeah, it's
Not like
definitely
you
not
can.
monetized, so.
Right. So I really don't know what the issue is. Anyway, the purpose of this video was basically threefold. One, to inform you of what was happening. Two, so that there's a record I can point to in my appeal form, clearly giving ourselves like a better explanation with some context, and also showing that Josh approves of the project and it's not anything untoward. And thirdly, basically so that we can get you guys' support. If you think that this is a worthwhile project and if you'd like to help us try to get through to YouTube, because I'm not confident that the appeal form will. I'm probably going to be digging up my old Twitter account to ping or to tweet at YouTube support. I assume you will be as well.
Yeah, the thing with this is I generally don't like to make a lot of noise about things, but it is really unfair that this got deleted, and so I at least want to contact YouTube support myself. I'm not going to try to rally other people to do the
Right.
same, but if people are going to do it on their own without me specifically recommending it, I can't stop that. So that
Yeah,
is up
so
to
don't
everybody.
feel obligated to. I don't
Um,
want anybody to feel any pressure, but let it be known that that is an option, and you can do that, and I would appreciate it. So hopefully the video has served that purpose. If someone at YouTube is watching this, thank you for actually watching it, and I look forward to discussing this with you further, presumably in emails. Yeah.